Good morning. Welcome. RPG Day 2023, day 11. The weirdest game that I have played. This, of all of my experience, which is long, but not as vast and varied as my colleagues, contemporaries who have played as long as I have a much probably, well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, there might be guys that have been playing for 50 years that played only one game, but I can say I don't. So weird is not interesting to me. I'm not big on weird fiction. I'm not big on movies that are weird movies. I avoid weird games. I'm just not a. I have zero taste for weird. Um, so I cannot say I have played a game that was so non-traditional or so different that I thought it was weird. I'm trying to think of another example though that I might slide into this. Again, part of why I like RPG days, it makes me reflect and think about some of this stuff. I suppose the I suppose the weirdest. Well, okay. I have done this on the channel. I've talked about this game. It was the Avalon Hill role-playing game. Perils and Powers and Perils or whatever. You can see me talk about that box RPG. There's no doubt. It's hard to call that weird, but because of it's weird in that I can't imagine anyone thought that that would be um, a good idea for the average public, right? I can understand the developer, that's having this kind of passion for this detail and the math and the formulas and the but and I can understand maybe Avalon Hill thinking we want to get in there and compete a little bit. Of course, they already had RuneQuest, as one of our subscribers reminded me a couple of months ago when I mentioned I don't think Avalon Hill had a role playing game. They were ultimately distributing RuneQuest. So when you have RuneQuest, you don't need another one, right? I mean, come on, RuneQuest is one of the five, right? It's one of those originals that totally influenced generations of gamers. But anyway, Powers and Perils, Avalon Hill, I would call that weird. Weird because it was also a kind of a strange world, but that the level of detail on every single thing that you might simulate in your character's world, and they weren't just simple rules. Even I mean, okay, I get it. You want to adjudicate everything. You want to mechanize everything, but many of them used formulas to determine things, and I would call that overly complicated and mechanical. But that would go into weird for me because I would have never in a million years, even having played Avalon Hill war games, which were sophisticated as hell. They never struck me as the masses would not. If you were into war games, that would not deter you that they were sophisticated or complicated, right? Complicated doesn't have to push away consumers, but this was and the irony is I still have yet to play it, and there's still a side of me that before I pass from this mortal coil, which I think is getting shorter and shorter every time I have one of these hard events, that maybe I need to give it a try before it's too late, kind of thing. But there is no doubt that would be, I guess, the weirdest for me, mostly from a consumer point of view. Who thought this was a good idea? Weird, right? All right, everybody have a great week. Bye.